good amount of us know these characters. I know these characters. I know Captain Falcon and Judge Dredd. Now, Captain Falcon is a space captain from the Nintendo universe. He's been in games, he's been in his own games. He's also been in Nintendo 64's Super Smash Brawl, Super Mario Bros. You all know what I'm talking about. You know, in that game you had Captain Falcon was one of those characters you could unlock. If you beat the game, if you were a character and you beat the rounds, the mysterious hand or the gloved hand, whatever that final boss was. I know Nez was an unlockable character. Jigglypuff was an unlockable character. Captain Falcon was an unlockable character. And I can't remember who the fourth one was. But if you beat these unlockable characters, you got to unlock them. You got to use them in the end. I remember it was Kirby and I didn't know who Captain Falcon was and he beat me and I couldn't use him. Sad. But I beat Jigglypuff. That's messed up. Nez was already won because that game was given to us. So Captain Falcon is he's a space captain. And he's got a ship called the Falcon. Hence Captain Falcon. And then you have Judge Dredd. Now, Judge Dredd was a comic book. Well, I think it's still doing its time. I know it's a comic book by Dark Horse. And on top of that, it was a movie at first. Actually, it was two movies. In the late 1990s, Sylvester Stallone starred as the title character, Judge Dredd. And Carl Urban, who is an actor who's well known for his roles. I think he played the Dragon Hunter in Peach Dragon. He was actually starred alongside Dwayne Johnson, who's also known as The Rock because he was a WWE superstar and I think he still is. But he's more into being an actor, which is cool. Good actor. And Doom was, I believe, released in 2005. It was a directed-to-DVD kind of film. Was it? No, it was DVD. It was theaters, and then it got directed to DVD. He also he's done a lot of movies. I think Almost Human, it was a show back in the day with Fox, 2013, and it only had 2 seasons, something like that. So he played the main title character. I think that was released back in 2013, 14? I don't know. I just know it was probably between 2009 to 2013. I think that's when that movie was released. It was a long while. But he played Judge Dredd. This was more of how he got his partner. And they had to break into this apartment building, which has a lot of bad people because they're trying to get to the queen of this illegal substance that is making people go crazy. And like I said, it was a comic book. So the reason for this video is I cannot tell if Judge Dredd, who came first? Was it Judge Dredd or was it Captain Falcon? Why am I asking this question? Because they almost have the same character design. They have the helmets. They have the goggles or glasses. Captain Falcon has a scarf and he has a shoulder pad and he's in a blue onesie. Judge Dredd has the armor and he has the shoulder pads and things like that. He also has a gun to where the reason why he's called Judge Dredd is because in the future there was no justice system. There was no how can you say there was no Like, it wasn't just a judge, it wasn't just a jury, it wasn't just an executioner. Those who were judge, jury, and executioner. And depending on the severity of that said crime that the criminal did, depended on the outcome. And oftentimes he would execution, and then he would do what he had to do. He would execute them. In some cases, if a judge was to be judged, it has to be a counsel. So it depends on, like, so if the criminal was judged right then on the spot, but if a judge was to be sentenced, it was a counsel, because the counsel picked them to be that title, to have that job. Which was in Sylvester Stallone's character. He was framed for murder, and they brought him in, and they were trying to defend him, going, no, there's no way, you know, things of that nature. But who came first? Was it Captain Falcon or Judge Dredd? You know, because DC and Marvels, they often have times copied off each other. Everyone knows it. Marvel's Deadpool was copied off of Slade. DC's Slade, or Deathstroke, was copied off Marvel's Deadpool. DC's Raven was copied off Marvel's Phoenix. So they have their comparison, you know, heroes, you know, like I said. So who copied off who? Is it just, you know, it was just two different characters that just happen to have the same sort of character development, that like the clothing, character design, you know, who came first? You know, this is what it is, the chicken or the egg. Who came first, Judge Dredd or Captain Falcon? You decide.